Chelsea have had 2 on target and scored 2 goals. We need to find something and find something quickly. Diego finds Hamsik though, and we get an immediate goal. That's what we're after. What's going on, guys? My name is Adam. I am a Super Swan, and welcome to episode 49 of Project Pompey. We open up with a Champions League group stage draw, and Portsmouth have been seeded first for that draw, as we did win the English Premier League. So what we'll do, we'll draw all the first teams, and we are out of the hat first. We are in Group A, so we'll have to have a look and see who we can draw in our group. So we can't have Man United, we could have Valencia, we can't have Arsenal, Juventus, Barcelona, Inter Milan, Dortmund, or PSG. Now, in this timeline, PSG, I don't believe, have all the money they do in real life. So I'd like PSG. We've already played Dortmund. We haven't played Barca. We haven't played Inter or Juventus. So I think either of them would be fine. But we'll do 3, 2, 1, click. So 3, 2, 1, PSG it is. So we will be at least going out to France in our group. Third seed. So we can't have Liverpool, but we could have Porto, PSV, Schalke, Copenhagen, who did well last year, Ajax, Celtic, or Stuttgart. I think the stronger teams there are probably Porto, Ajax and Stuttgart and Schalke, but it could be any of those teams. So 3, 2, 1, Stuttgart it is. So it's a trip to France and a trip to Germany. And fourth seeds, we could have Marseille, Fenerbahce, Basel, Dynamo Kiev, Panathinaikos, Sparta Prague, Anderlecht, or Sampdoria. I don't think it really matters out of them who we get, but we can't have a French team or a German team. So it can't be Marseille, but it could be the rest of them. So 3, 2, 1, Panathinaikos it is. So it's a trip to Greece for Portsmouth as our Champions League group has been drawn. And we'll wait for that confirmation to come through of who we get. So there we are. It's Portsmouth, PSG, Stuttgart, and Panathinaikos in our Champions League group for the season. So what we'll do is I'll take a look at the schedule and we'll see when we come back for our first game in the Champions League. We have advanced a little bit since the Champions League draw, and I thought I'd show you the league table as we are at the moment. We're in second place in the league on 15 points. We've got a bit more of a trimmed down version of the Premier League because we're in 5 competitions now with the Community Shield. The table's a bit more compact, so we only get to see the wins and the draws and the goal difference, but we are on 15 points, 2 points off top of the table Arsenal. I'll show you the games since you last left us. We've had all these games in between after the Champions League draw. We beat Newcastle 3-2 in a very back and forth game. Diego Gomez and De Groot scoring the goals there. A straightforward 3-1 win over Sunderland with Messi, Van der Vaart and Suarez getting those goals. And then the most ridiculous loss this season so far. A 6-2 loss to Arsenal, where they had 5 clear-cut chances and 1 half chance, scored 6 goals. We had 5 clear-cut chances, 5 half chances, and only scored 2 goals. So Arsenal finished their dinner, we couldn't. Bit of a silly game if I'm being honest, but it's like they scored every highlight they had. But yeah, we lost 6-2 at home to Arsenal. But we did bounce back, 4-2 win over Leicester. Philippe Lahm, Fontaine, Higuain and Hamsik grabbing the goals. Our first Champions League game was against Panathinaikos, a 5-0 win over them. Messi, Kezman, Van der Vaart and a double from Suarez. 4-0 win over Wolves, Fontaine, Diego and 2 goals from our Brazilian wonder kid, Altier Gomez. A 6-1 win against West Ham in the Carabao Cup. Sendros, Gomez again scoring 2, Higuain and De Groot at the double. And then a very disappointing 1-0 away loss to Spurs with Chicharito scoring the only goal. We were all over them. We had so many shots. We just could not put it in the goal. And we lost against Spurs. So the 2 games we'll be showing off today is PSG away from home and Chelsea at home in the Premier League. And this is going to be the lineup for that game. It's going to be Tim Wiese in goal, Matty Taylor, Bahia, Senderos and Lahm at the back, De Groot, Van der Vaart and Fontaine in the middle, and then Messi, Higuain and Suarez up front. We have another out, which I will show you. Nobody major, but it's been Fabrizio Colacini. He's been gone out to Roma. They paid us £8 million just to take him on loan with a £35 million release clause should they want him. We've got a lot of defenders and we can kind of afford to let him go to Roma for a season. So Colacini is at Roma, so if you're wondering why he's not in and around the squad, he's having a holiday in Italy for a year, potentially permanently as well. So if we beat PSG, it'll be 2 wins from 2 in the Champions League. As I say, they're not the team they are in real life. They've not got that Abu Dhabi money behind them. And you can tell by their lineup. They've got Chiellini at left back, Timo Schuck at right back, Thiago, Harry Kewell's in the team for PSG. And they've got Paul Scholes, Adebayor and Marouane Fellaini on the bench. So a few named players that we are aware of. But I'm going to say, the media have given you credit lately, show them why, and back each other up, and everybody's pumped up, and that's what we want. So we are at the Parc des Princes, I believe, for the PSG game. We are getting underway, and it's our second Champions League group. If we win this game, it'll be 2 wins from 2. Tim, we start things off 8 minutes in, our first highlight of the game. Bahia plays it long to Matty Taylor. Can he try and find one of the strikers? Plays it to Philippe Lahm, switching the flanks. Switches it back to Taylor. We'll go from left to right, and it's ended up in a goal. And it's Luis Suarez grabbing the goal. Our right backs and left backs pinging the ball back and forth. But it is Suarez the man to get on the end of it. He is now happy at the club. He no longer wants to go to Liverpool. So we've got a very happy Luis Suarez at the club. But Taylor crosses it, and Suarez just about beats Vidic. And another rivalry that's been renewed in this save as we are 1-0 up out in France. Throw in from Taylor, 14 minutes in. Timo Schuck clears it as far as Harry de Groot. And Harry de Groot has scored! Oh, it's a poor mistake from the goalkeeper. But Harry de Groot has made it 2-0 to Portsmouth. What a strike from him. Let's have a look at this one more time. De Groot picks it up. He shoots. I thought it wasn't in, but the goalie makes the mistake. And it's Portsmouth 2, PSG 0. 26 minutes, we start from the PSG goalkeeper. Bumps it upfield. Kewell heads it on, but Senderos should pick that up. Plenty of time, plays it to Bahia. Again, keeping it short, taking his time. Makes its way to Matty Taylor, who's got some pace. Can he find the striker? Plays it into Higuain. And he doesn't get in the back of the net. Unlucky. 34 minutes, Philippe Lahm starts the throw. Gets it back from Van der Vaart. And it's headed away by Timo Schuck. I thought our strikers might have got on the end of that. But Timo Schuck's got some room here. Tries to play it into Aglahua. Gets it back. PSG look threatening. And they do grab a goal. First highlight of the game. The first one I can remember. But PSG do get one back. And it is now 2-1 to Portsmouth. Timo Schuck did well. He started the move off. And he gets that cross in. And it's Barcelos with a header. Senderos could have done a bit better. But we are still in the lead, so no need to panic yet. But PSG do grab a goal back. Coming up to half-time, Fontaine's picked up a knock. So we have to keep an eye on him. But Taylor gets it to Messi in the box. Cleared away by Thiago. If we can get a third goal before half-time, it'll put me a little bit more comfortable than at the moment. But Taylor finds Higuain. Oh, it's an own goal! An own goal for PSG. Chiellini, the man that puts in the back of the net. And the goalie's not had the best of games today. He had that one off the Groot, and now he's had one from Higuain. Taylor whips it in. Higuain tries to get there. It's a miscommunication. And there's the third goal I was wanting before half-time, as we will go into the break. 3-1 up. Not the best of games for the PSG defence today, but I will take full advantage of their mistakes. I think we will bring Fontaine off, but I'm going to say, you might be winning, but don't let your performance levels drop. We are out in France. We don't want to give anything away. But Fontaine, you have picked up a knock, so I'm going to bring Scotty Parker on for you. I'm going to keep things the same for now, as it does appear to be doing the trick. But we're 3-1 up so far, out in Paris. Can we finish this off and make things 2 wins out of 2 in our Champions League group? 64 minutes. Higuain's on a 6.5. We're going to bring him off. We're going to bring on Kezman for him. So like for like swap up front. Everybody else seems to be doing pretty well so far. So just the one change. And we're looking like good value for our lead. 74 minutes. Philippe Lahm with a throw. Gives the ball away a bit cheaply. And Agaho is now on the ball. He's got pace on that left-hand side. And Lahm misses the interception. Oh, well, Sandros misses the interception because Philippe Lahm won the ball back. Not quite sure why they've swapped positions. But it doesn't matter. We won the ball back. But Ruffetti crosses it in and he lands at the back post. And Tim Weiss again with the save. It's a free kick. But Tim Weiss did well to stop that from going in. Headed away by Kovac. Kezman takes a touch and he makes it 4-1 to Portsmouth. We did well there. We've absorbed a bit of pressure in the second half, but that goal will put things beyond doubt and should get us 2 wins from 2 in our Champions League group. Kovac heads it away. Van der Vaart heads it to Kezman. The goalie dives before he shoots. And the PSG goalie's not at the best of games, but it's Portsmouth 4, PSG 1. 82 minutes, just about to make a sub, but we'll let this highlight play out as Scotty Parker just come on, finds Messi, plays it to Harry de Groot with a curler, puts it wide of the goal, but we'll make our last sub, and it will be Van der Vaart that comes off. We'll bring Marek Hamšík on for him. Do they do better the other way round? Yeah, they do better the other way round. So de Groot moves into the deep line playmaker role. 10 minutes to go. 87 minutes. We've got about 5 minutes of this game left to go. Are there any more goals left in it? We will find out. Scotty Parker shoots, but it's a save from PSG. We have turned things up in the second half here. We did absorb a little bit of pressure just after the half-time break, but we've done well to score a couple more goals, put things beyond doubt, as Messi takes a shot off the post. We almost made it 5-1, but Pereira puts it out by Bahia. We've only got about 3 or 4 minutes to go. We might as well see this through together. 2 full time. And we've got about 15 seconds to go. The boys have done well to bounce back from our loss against Spurs. But that will put us 2 wins from 2. With Stuttgart the only team, I would say, along with PSG, that look threatening towards our top of the group dominance. As Marek Hamšík's just made it 5-1. I am watching the game. It's just, talking about the league table as we go along with it. But Hamšík off the bench scores. Was he off the bench? Did we bring Hamšík on? I think we do Hamšík on. I can't remember. Either way, Hamšík's got himself a goal. Gets it past the goalie. PSG's goalie, I think, could have done better in today's game. But Portsmouth 5, PSG 1. And that will be enough to seal all 3 points. And that will make it 2 wins from 2. Stuttgart, I think, is going to be a bit tricky in our next game in the Champions League. But we've done the job against Panathinaikos, and we've done the job against PSG. So I'm going to say very happy with the way you played, a 5-1 win. We do seem to be scoring goals for fun at the moment, apart from when we slip up against like Arsenal and Spurs. But 5-star Portsmouth triumph. Matty Taylor out for a week. We should be okay with Marcelo filling in there. Fontaine out for a couple of days. And Harry de Groot, who, he's been a bit of a revelation since he's come back on loan, to be fair. I mean, let's have a look at Harry de Groot for a bit. We'll take some time to look at him. I mean, we've had him for what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons? No, that can't be right. So, bought him there, 1, 2, 3, or 4 seasons, sorry, because that counted twice. But we've had him for 4 seasons. When we first brought him in, he was a bit of a rotation player. And then we loaned him out for the last 3 years to Middlesbrough, Hertha Berlin and Mallorca. But he's come back and been a bit of a revelation. So Harry de Groot, it's almost like you're a new signing for us. Played very well in today's game. Champions League group looks like this. We are 6 points from 6 with 2 games played. PSG and Stuttgart both on 3. Panathinaikos rooted at the bottom. So we will focus on the Premier League now, as we will go up against a 7th place Chelsea in the hope to try and retain our Premier League title. Line up for the Chelsea game. We've got Petr Cech in goal. Philippe Lahm starts at left back because Marcelo's also picked up an injury, so he's out. So Lahm's had to do a job for us at left back. Di Michaelis, Huth and Pego makes his on-screen debut for us at right back. De Groot, Van der Vaart and Hamsik in the middle. Diego, Higuain and Altier Gomez start up front. So Pego, he picked up another knock whilst you last left us, so he hasn't had many games for us, but he will be making his debut on camera today. A strong Chelsea team. They got Cudicini, Lucio Mexes and Glenn Johnson, De Rossi, Arteta, Schneider, Tevez up front. They've got a lot of strong players, so I'm going to give pick up where you last left off. I want to see the PSG performance, but against Chelsea as well. But Chelsea, they are struggling at the moment in 8th place in the league. But if we don't pick up any points, then we are going to be quite a bit behind Arsenal in the race to defend our Premier League title. So Portsmouth Chelsea, who's going to win the game? But Schneider picks it up. It's all Chelsea, but we do win the ball. Altier Gomez, Brazilian wonder kid, on the counter. Can he beat his man? He does. Crosses it for Higuain off the crossbar. I tell you what, right? Higuain has hit probably the post of the crossbar more than any person I've ever seen in the games that you haven't been here for. He just, he's got about 3 goals in 8 games, which isn't the best. But if he'd hit on the target on every single one that hit the post, he might score about 10 goals by now. But Portsmouth putting early pressure on Chelsea here as we cross it in for Higuain. Puts it wide of the goal. Still 0-0, 10 minutes in. Corner from Hamsik, 17 minutes. Crosses it in, cleared away by Mexes. Diego shoots, but De Groot to Van der Vaart. Shoots again, is deflected. As Chelsea will now start a little counter-attack of their own here. Schneider on the ball. Back to Paduin. And probably mispronouncing that, but there we go. But Mancini on the wing for Chelsea. Finds Glenn Johnson. Comes inside to Mancini again. Little 1-2 between them. Johnson crosses it. Schneider, it's off the crossbar. That's going to be an own goal. I think PSG's goalkeeper has transferred his powers over to us. And it's a bit disappointing because that's their first chance all game. We've had 7 shots. They've had 1. Probably the one that Schneider hit off the crossbar. But it comes off the back of Petr Cech. And unfortunately, we are 1-0 down to Chelsea. Chelsea haven't had a single shot on target, but they find themselves in the lead. But Glenn Johnson, it's 2-0. It's 2-0 to Chelsea. They've had 2 shots all game, 1 on target, but they find themselves 2-0 up at Fratton Park. I don't know what... it's like it's not the United game, the Arsenal game and the Spurs game. The stats say that we should be scoring goals. But then the opponents just find their shooting boots and score every chance they get. Still, 2-0 Chelsea. 35 minutes in. Philippe Lahm, can we get this? Turn these shots into goals. Pego finds Van der Vaart to Marek Hamsik. Diego, edge of the area. Takes a shot. Over the bar. We're losing the possession battle. But we don't look like we're going to score. As we do get a throw in. Philippe Lahm again to Gomez. Can he do anything with this? Takes a shot. Wide of the goal again. We just cannot get any shots on target. Coming up to half-time, a bit of a disappointing performance so far. We just haven't hit the heights we did midweek against PSG. And a few players are underperforming. Chelsea just seem to score with every chance they get. We, on the other hand, can't seem to score at all. So I'm going to give an aggressive, show me something else in the second half. I think we're going to do what we normally do when we need a goal. Go a little bit more direct. We're not going to pass into space. We're just going to play out our defence and see what happens. And we're going to take long kicks. We're going to go route 1 a little bit just to try and find a goal. Harry de Groot, you're on a 6.4, mate. You did well midweek, but you're a bit disappointing today. So I'm going to bring on Kevin Nolan for you and swap you around with Hamsik because I think you two like to play the other way round. Other than that, I'm pretty happy. Well, I'm not happy, but I think it's pretty much the way it is at the moment. We've had 10 shots, only 2 on target. Chelsea have had 2 on target and scored 2 goals. We need to find something and find something quickly. Diego finds Hamsik though, and we get an immediate goal. That's what we're after, and that is what we need to do. as we do get one back just after the second half starts from the kickoff, and we get the ball into Higuain. Diego heads to Hamsik, first time shot in the top corner. Is this the start of a Portsmouth comeback? 2-1 now to Chelsea. 51 minutes, Van der Vaart cleared away by Philippe Mexes, and Padoui now on the counter for Chelsea. It seems like every chance they get, they're scoring goals from, so I'm a little bit worried that they're coming up on our goal, but Pego does intercept. Pego doing pretty alright so far on his on-screen debut. He's not had many games, as he has picked up a few knocks since we last left us. But Johnson, the goal scorer, plays it back to Cudicini. Mistake! And Higuain pounces on the mistake! And it is 2-2. We are back in the game. And Gonzalo Higuain with his 4th goal of the season. And that'll be enough to get us back in this game with only 6 minutes of the second half gone. We did play quite poorly in the first, but we have pounced in the second half. And now we are back in the game. Game on at Fratton Park. 74 minutes, Hamsik crosses it, cleared away by Philippe Mexes. I was just going to make a sub, but we'll wait and see what happens on this highlight. Pego, long ball over the top to Gomez, but he finds Higuain, he's one-on-one, and he puts it away! Gonzalo Higuain has made it 3-2 to Portsmouth. The comeback has been completed. 2-0 down at half-time, and we got 15 minutes to go to hang on for all 3 points. Gomez did well, Higuain one-on-one, and that's why he was worth £35 million. Puts it away, and it is now 3-2 to Portsmouth. Was this offside? Not a chance. Gomez heads it on, and we are going to make the subs now. 76 minutes in, and I think we're going to go a little bit back, a bit shorter now. And we can, play our normal way now that we are ahead. But let's have a look. Who do we want to bring off? Van der Vaart's looking tired. We'll bring Scott Parker on and bring Nolan into the middle. Anybody else? Pego's looking a bit tired, but I've kind of not got anyone to bring on for him. So unfortunately, I have to see out the game. But 15 minutes to go. 3-2 Portsmouth. 85 minutes, 5 minutes to go. De Rossi. Long ball to the other side to Lucio. Takes a touch in the box, takes a shot, but we do manage to close it down. And I would maybe like one more goal to calm the nerves a bit with 5 minutes to go. But Di Michaelis finds Philippe Lahm. I see Gomez making the run, but he tries to find Higuain. But they've won the ball back. Cudicini pumps it upfield. Carlos Tevez on the left-hand side. Crosses it in the middle for Adriano. Adriano deflected shot. But Petr Cech holds on. We might as well see this through to full time together, as we are now on 88 minutes. But Diego comes inside. Long ball to Pego. Pego takes a few touches. Finds Gomez. And Gomez puts it away. The Brazilian wonder kid makes it 4-2 to Portsmouth. That will seal all 3 points. And we have been a completely different team in this second half, as we were very disappointed at the start of the game. But Pego picks out Gomez, first time shot. The Brazilian wonder kid will not miss those chances. And we are 4-2 up against Chelsea. Although we get another highlight. The highlight's coming thick and fast in the second half. And should the scoreline stay the way it does, we'll only be 2 points behind Arsenal at the top of the league. But Lucio gets a save from Petr Cech, and he is determined not to concede any further goals. But, we still got 5 minutes of this game to go. I was saying that, we're going to see this game throughout together. Normally that means we've only got a few minutes to go, but, the game is cramming all the highlights into the end of the game. But hopefully that should be enough to get us all 3 points. Parker crosses it in from the corner. Is that a penalty? That is a penalty. Well, he's going to VAR. He's given it. There's more goals. Higuain shoots. Higuain scores. It's 5-2 to Portsmouth. So, when I said, we'll see this game throughout together, there's 2 more goals to go through yet. But we are 5-2 up. Scored 5 goals in the second half. Fair play. We've done well. We've done well in the second half. If I was the Chelsea manager, I'd be fuming right now. It's kind this is kind of like what happened in the Arsenal game when we played them. It was almost like every chance that they had, they scored. And we've kind of had that against Chelsea. So, give and take, I guess. But I'm going to give a passionate, you've done brilliantly to come back and win that, to make it 2 wins from 2 on camera today. Let's have a look at the news article. Quality of possession provides victory. Frank Rijkaard, don't want to talk to the press. Higuain scored a hat-trick. I'm going to say you were superb in front of goal. Robert Huth gives us the brilliant team talk at half-time. I did aggressively tell him to show me something else. But we'll look at competitions, and league table shows that we are 2 points behind Arsenal in the race for the Premier League title. Early days yet, so, anything can happen. But it's between us, Arsenal, Spurs are only 2 points behind us, and Aston Villa are in 4th. So if we look at the schedule, where will we come back? We'll come back for Aston Villa and Stuttgart. So our rivals, the team that always gets the results against us when we don't need it to, or they always beat us. We'll go to Villa Park in the next episode, along with Stuttgart in the Champions League. So the only games you're going to miss out on, really, so not many games, to be honest. 2 Premier League games, a Champions League game against Stuttgart, and Burnley in the Carabao Cup. So not many games you're missing out on, really. So we'll come back pretty quickly. So we will come back for Aston Villa in the Premier League, along with the Champions League against Stuttgart. So looking at that Champions League group, we are looking pretty well at the moment. 2 wins from 2. We will play Stuttgart next time out. We should hopefully see ourselves a place in the round of 16. But leave a like if you enjoy, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more Football Man 2019 content. We upload Project Pompey every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 6 PM GMT. And tune in next time for the rivalry continues against Aston Villa, along with hopefully a place in the round of 16 against Stuttgart. Thank you very much for watching.